Hey guys, and welcome back to what's this? Not for Broadcast. Welcome back to Not for Broadcast. We last episode we did our very first broadcast, and this is re-recorded directly after. So yeah, all right. Day 3, an unexpected form. You arrive home to find post on your map, most being nothing more than your usual junk mail. One letter, however, catches your eye. The team wants to know you. Curiosity is better than you It's a form from the new advanced government asking for information on all citizens. First page is already filled in. Your name, Alex Winston. Your spouse, Sam Winston. Your children, Charles Winston, 14, Susie Winston, 19. Well, you muse. At least they got the basics. The rest of the questions are left to you to complete. You're pretty mandatory. Upon starting a new job, you would be expected to introduce yourself to your coworkers. Be productive and get to work immediately. Earn yourself and ease yourself in and orientate yourself for your new work. Question 2. A colleague in a different department is invited to you at taking home confirmation. Now a file of minor importance is not missing. Recommend report citizens. Promise your colleagues you won't tell anyone. Report the violation. Recommend that your colleagues report it. An entire department was fired today for consistent performance. Your boss has put in place new targets that are specifically higher than the previous ones. You would, at least working time, fail to ensure you hit the specified. Leave work early and head to the pub to chat about changes in college. Leave work early and head home to see your family. Leave work on time. Staying will cover your barbecue and you and your family have been invited. You are looking forward to enjoying a nice day out with family and friends. Like washing your hair for that day. Go if you're free, but what are you missing? Have been practicing with your coworkers to win talent contests and see this one. You've had a long, successful career and are now about to retire. In your speech, you list your achievements and all the good memories you have working there. Give an honest review of the pros and cons of the company. Focus on the issues and challenges you face while working there. I do this with you. In your spare time, you like to relax alone, doing things like listen to music or making models. Attend political rallies and stand up for what you believe in. Encourage and support your children with their hobbies. Playing your oldest, I like to run. Your ideal holiday getaway would be surrounded by natural beauty, getting away from the strains of daily grind, exploring somewhere unfamiliar, discovering new experiences and challenges. A structured day at a theme park, bursting with thrills and attractions for you and your family. Romantic getaway with your partner. I like theme parks. It is most important that the government keeps people safe, happy, free. Thank you for your cooperation. Advance knows your time is valuable. We appreciate your help in leading the nation to a brighter future. All that talking makes you thirsty. Day 6. A family matter. It's late. Sam and the kids have gone to bed. You're just drying up a favorite coffee cup, a worn-out souvenir of your first trip together. Prince faded, but the goofy face still makes you smile. A knock at the window brings you back to reality. They're in the garden, clutching a gaudy neon green suitcase. It's Chris and Sam sibling. As soon as you let them in, they sit at the kitchen table, visibly stressed. I'm so sorry for bursting in so late, Alex. Chris stammers, but I need a favor, and you're the only one I can ask. What's the problem? What's going on? You must have seen all the crazy events that the Assets and Wealth Act they're calling it. Sorry, I thought I heard. Never mind. The Assets and Wealth Act they're calling it. Taking people's hard-earned money to fund the lazy. It's bullshit. You've never seen Chris as agitated. I'm not saying the top 1% or whatever don't have stupid money, Chris adds hastily. But they can afford it. People like me, we're gonna lose everything. Sorry about taking from the rich to have the poor. That's awful, but I'm not sure how I can help you. We're always well off one. You're going to take everything, Alex. Everything I've spent my life building. I can't let that happen. I need a favor. Chris' eyes found the floor tiles. I need to borrow your passport. My passport? Why? You've taken mine in half the bloody countries, but people always say you and I look similar, so Chris is pacing. I need to leave before it's too late. Once I'm out, me and my money will be safe, but I need to go now before they freeze my accounts. Please, Alex, I would ask if I had any choices. From a moral standpoint, I would give it to him. From a legal standpoint, I should not. You know, screw it. This is fiction. You climb the stairs to your bedroom, careful not to wake Sam, who's cocooned in the duvet as well. As you open the unlock the safe, you see the voice makes. Oh, sweet. Nothing, sweetie. Don't worry about it. Go back to sleep. Sure? Where are you? I'll be up to that soon. David, head back downstairs to find Chris at the table fidgeting. So have you got it? Look, Chris smiles. It's infectious. Thanks. I really appreciate this. I'll get back in touch once I'm safely out of this country. Chris takes a pass and breathing a second, grabs the nigh on fluorescent suitcase and heads out the night. You head to bed, hoping you can pry some of the duvet away from Sam without waking them. That is identity fraud, kids. Do not do that. This is fiction. That's why I did that. Do not do that in real life. That is a pretty awful thing to do. There's a lot of political commentary in this game. Like, a lot of political commentary that hits pretty close to the current political scene. That's what I'm learning so far. But we'll see, I suppose. Oh!
Alright, mate, it's Dave. Oh, Christ, it's noisy in here, Jesus.
No.
Right, hang on. Let me just get out some flags, darling. Yeah, I'll take that one with me. Cheers. Right, that's better. Let's get set up and get on with it, so I can get back to my guests.
Yep.
First of all, let's get the power on. You need to get at least the bottom 4 plugs on. Right, let's load up the adverts. You might want to have a bit of a think about it. Your decisions have consequences, don't they?
And then Mr. Snipper. Yeah, I'm not gonna play that.
Right, you can see they finally got the old headline system up and working again, and the vision mixer's already in headline mode because headlines always come at the start. It's really simple, mate. These 2 buttons at the bottom of the vision mixer, you can see they now have A and B on them, and they're to help you pick image A on the left bottom screen here.
I'm recording. That would be very sad if I wasn't. Alright, we're good.
Here. It's really simple. This little clock here will count down the number of seconds you have to make your decision. Provided you make a decision in that time, you're fine. And you can change your mind as much as you want until the clock reaches 0. But if you don't make any decision, you'll be fired before you even get to make another choice. I just want to say one more thing, mate. The pictures you choose to show of these people, well, that's how the public is going to perceive them, and that's going to affect their lives. So, like with the adverts, choose carefully.
No,
And we're off. Good luck, mate. If I get time, I'll call you back in the next break. Yeah, I'm coming, darling.
One of those. My friend Janet says.
Man, that guy
there's
sounds like he's
Is this
partying.
Janet who thinks dogs have their own secret language?
Yeah, the one that mistrusts the moon.
10 seconds, everybody.
Not the best source of consumer advice, then.
Don't blame me when it explodes. Going in 5, 4, 3.
I know, you see, somehow
Good
the
evening,
world's
I'm
gonna change
Jeremy
for
Donaldson.
me and be
Our
so
main headlines tonight.
wonderful.
Destination unknown. At the end of Advance's first full week in office, we ask exactly who's leading this charge. Tonight, I'll be discussing what the new future might hold with a leading economist and radical free thinker. With the country's wealth creators in a state of panic and unfavourable rumblings already heard from overseas, I'll be asking my guess whether Advance can deliver on even a fraction of their manifesto promises. Out with the old, Remington's fist have appointed Sophia Remington as their new CEO. The following photo, taken from our archive, gives us a sense of this influential young firebrand who, at the tender age of 23, becomes the youngest female CEO in history. Sophia Remington has always impressed. She was top of her class at university and graduated with the highest honours, immediately being asked back to lecture. The markets have responded favourably to Sophia's appointment, with stocks rising 30 points in light of the announcement. In her first press conference this afternoon, Sophia announced a children's toy named Mr. Snugglehouse. Sophia promises it'll be all the rage this Christmas, but concerns have been raised about the product's safety. Making a splash. Intrepid scientist Dr. David Wall and marine biologist Ingrid Swansborg and Horgensford have today set off to explore Dante's Taint. The recently discovered cave system was previously thought unreachable, But thanks to a new breakthrough in underwater flood technology, the pair hope to
Underwater
successfully reach
flood.
the imposing central cavern and the undiscovered plant species it contains. This is, of course, only the latest in a series of successful expeditions of this unlikely pairing. In a joint statement about the dangers their team might face, the pair stated, "We will face the plentiful challenges together like we always have." Playing the field, rumours abound as sporting legend Johnny Hamsleeves is snapped leaving Bush, one of the capital's hottest clubs. The footballer was caught while out celebrating being named Sports Personality of the Year last week, as reported by this very programme. Johnny is seen here with socialite and performance artist Tiffany Lamore, whose recent show, Snatched Inside My Snatch, has kept her firmly in the public eye. Could romance be on the cards for these two budding A-listers? And grievous bodily charm. With Advance promising a radical new position on crime, how afraid should we actually be? I'll be going live around the country to talk with people who've seen the criminal justice system from every perspective, with more and more powers passing to the police and less oversight. Are we using an Advance-shaped sledgehammer to crack a nut? All that and Megan Wolf with a group of young actors already experiencing the positive side of the new Assets and Wealth Act firsthand. They'll be talking and performing later. That's all coming up on tonight's National Friendly News.
1. Wait, I already forgot how to do this.
Wake of the government's swift enactment of the Assets and Wealth Act, we're talking about Advance's first week in office and what the new future holds. Joining me are Katie Brightman, a leading economist, and Alan James, author of Alan James is Right, The Free Man's Guide to Waking Up. Alan, the government certainly haven't dragged their heels on delivering some of the legislation they promised.
All right.
But what does the Wealth Act mean for us?
Nothing, Jeremy. We're still vassal slaves, we're just in prettier cages.
A confident dismissal there. Katie Brightman, do you agree?
I'm afraid I don't, no. I think that Advance have realised that the current economic system of unlimited, unending growth is untenable, so they're changing things up.
There I agree with you. They're moving to the next steps in the grand plan.
Grand plan, Alan?
It's all in my book. Alan James is right,
Alan
Jeremy.
James is right.
We're to become the great herd. Ignorant, sterile, and short.
I wonder who
That's
this
what they
guy
want.
is
Or perhaps
parodying.
Advance have just realised that if we carry on the way we are, we will destroy ourselves and this planet in a mad orgy of consumption, if you'll excuse the colourful metaphor.
Yes, orgy is the right word. Only it'll be the overlords having an orgy on our poor broken backs. It's all in my book. Alan James is...
Shamelessly self-promoting. Katie, how do you think the rest of the world will respond to this new approach?
I think they're watching carefully. Advance is the most disruptive threat that the world powers have faced since the last Great War.
Yes, Katie's right. War is inevitable.
Thank you, but that isn't
And
what
this
I-
will not be a war like we've ever seen before. We're talking millions of deaths. We're talking high-tech weapons that can level entire cities. We're talking...
Out of the wrong orifices?
Mock me all you like, Jeremy, but when they murder your parents and they poison your food and they take you away to their camps for hypno-brainwashing, we'll be laughing then.
That might be a great way to sell books, Alan, but you know full well that isn't going to happen in a democracy.
Democracy is dead.
Yes, Advance are radical, and change is always frightening, but the truth is that the Wealth and Assets Act has made more than 90% of the population wealthier and is on target to produce a permanent end to poverty.
Bollocks! What this young lady doesn't understand, Jeremy, is that these are the same people. Maybe they've rebranded, but it's all a little circus act to keep us from seeing the tyrant behind the curtain.
That's where you're wrong, Alan. For a start, they've mobilised the youth vote like we've never seen before.
You say mobilise, I call it grooming. The grooming of an entire generation to walk happily into eternal bondage. They're like psychic paedophiles.
But based on the facts, Katie, what are your predictions?
Psychic
The
pedophile.
Wealth Act is only the first step.
Oh, this video's
Advance
getting
now have a
taken down.
historic budgetary surplus, and as well as properly funding our public services, they're already funneling unprecedented amounts into scientific research in the arts.
Or, as I call them in my book, Franken-science and opiates.
So this is actually a very interesting thing
Can we get back to the issue at hand, please,
with
Alan?
modern politics. I didn't think I'd do a political commentary.
It's all coming from the water, the chemicals.
But basically what they
pumping it
do
full of belief
is they take
juice.
the most
Don't get me
radical,
wrong, I want to see these
a lot of
changes,
news
but only
medias
if
will do
they're
this.
sustainable.
They'll
If
take the most
advances use
radical
their
person
power
they
after
can
spending
find
half
of the
our GDP
opposite
on
opinion to
dismantling
make
infrastructure,
everyone with
that
the
could be
opposite opinion look
catastrophic.
crazy.
The catastrophe is that
But
they're
then
succeeding.
they'll,
They've got
but
us
then
sat
they'll
here
bring someone
talking
who's
about
very
their
well
puppet show.
collected, who's
All right,
very,
we're running out of
who's
time.
a good thinker.
Quickly, Alan. What does the future look like to you, Alan?
A bleak space where we've all been figuratively sodomized into
And
submission.
then they'll take someone who's very rational,
We might
who's
be
on
on
the
the eve
one
of brave new
side,
world. God knows we need some change, but we need to be
and they'll
cautious.
create
Let's walk forwards with our eyes open.
Two
make
very
it look
different
like they're
visions
more
of the
right.
future there. Alan James, Katie Brightman, thank you for joining me. When we come back, I'll be investigating law and order before Megan meets some beneficiaries of the Assets and Wealth Act. That's all coming up tonight on the National Nightly News.
1 minute back.
You know, I think there
But yeah,
might be
this is,
some good.
there's a lot of
Right, so
very
too, Jeremy.
interesting political.
Absolutely fucking fine, I tell you. How's it going? Actually, fuck it, I don't care. I hate the fucking news. Oh, bloody hell, I love this tune, though. All right, mate, see you later. Bye.
Very smart, intelligent
what she
political
meant by
comedy
Us informed
and political
all the
messages.
ups and downs to help make things even better.
It's
With a vast range of activities available, building the nation's future. is
for
never
someone
been
like me who's
easier.
very in depth with American
With the
politics
go-getters,
right now, like
you
it
can
is,
be sure
it
that
hits
your
very
children
close to home.
I'm just saying we'll do what we can.
We'll see. I'm not gonna go like too into my own personal political beliefs. As it's not really necessary.
10 seconds, everybody.
The advanced
If that sticks, I'll just
5, 4,
But you know,
3.
just enjoy the game.
Welcome back. In our second segment, we're going to be taking a deep dive into the state of law and order in our country. A solutions team to move this serious social problem. The system every day of their lives. First up, we have Gregory Judge, a lawyer who sees the problems close up on the front line. Can you hear me, Gregory?
Yes, I've got you, Jeremy. Thanks for having me.
What's it like on the front line of the hard face of the cold hand of justice?
Well, as you can imagine, Jeremy, we are massively understaffed in this country. We're working every hour we can just to try and cope with the caseloads on our desks.
Which must affect the quality of support you can offer.
Well, we can barely keep up with demand, Jeremy. There just simply isn't enough being done at a systemic level to relieve the problem. We need more support from ministers. We need more support from ministers. What are you doing? We need change at a structural level,
I'm
Jeremy.
leaving, Greg.
Not a good time, darling.
It never is,
Oh
is it?
my
I'll
God.
be at my mother's.
Just hang on. Just hang on. The problem isn't a local one, Jeremy. It's nationwide. Just give me 5 minutes and talk to Jeremy Donaldson.
Oh, have you mentioned your affairs?
No. Well, the affairs of the Justice Department that we should be concerned about.
Hello, Mr. Donaldson.
Hello, Mrs. Judge.
Hello, Mr.
We need legislation to relieve the pressure on our public
Sorry
servants.
to interrupt the news, Mr. Donaldson. Can I have a moment to tell my husband I'm leaving?
Yes, I totally understand. Quite the picture of a burdened legal sector there. Gregory Judge, thank you for joining us. Next, I'm joined by Police Chief Constable Bob Peel, a man with a very different perspective on our nation's crime. Do you think there's a problem with the system, Bob?
I'm sure we all do, Jeremy. I am sure we all long for a return to the days when you could safely walk the streets of your community at night, looking in through windows and generally enjoying your neighbours without the risk of being terrorised by some thug with a knife or cop.
So you feel the streets aren't safe anymore? Where have we gone wrong?
Well, that's not a simple question, Jeremy, but I think it all comes down to moral decay. We've diluted our culture and lost touch with what it means to be a citizen of this once great country. Also, as the vicar noted in Sunday's sermon, we probably shouldn't have banned hanging.
And to what do you attribute this moral decay?
Foreigners, gays and gypsies mainly. It's all in the Bible.
Foreigners,
Leviticus
gays.
clearly states that... Oh, bugger, hang on a moment. Jeremy, a bloody gimp's escaped. Delia, could you... Delia, please, dear.
God damn it.
Please, As I was saying, Jesus didn't like immigrants much, did he?
And just to be clear, you think it's the immigrants who are responsible for the moral decay?
Absolutely, Jeremy. Back in your box, Clive. Back in your box. Delia, I really could use little help with this.
I'm sorry, darling. I was saying the matters.
Yes, I'm talking to Jeremy Donaldson. Clive, could you put him back in his box?
Clive, you know it's Wednesday. You've got cracking your lip space.
And whose responsibility is it to make a change, Bob?
Well, it is certainly not the responsibility of the decent, good, white people of this... Oh, hold on just a moment.
Clive, this simply won't do. Naughty boy.
Clive, I am not having this again. Clive, I am not having this again. As I was saying, Jeremy, moral decay. Crime is the responsibility of the criminal, no one else. Everyone has a sob story, but we don't all end up as barbarians, do we? Look, when our daughter Alice comes home with an A-, does she go on a killing spree? No, she takes 3 of her pills and hides under the stairs like a normal child.
Thank you, Bob. Bob Pilbear, really locking down the police's position on morality. And finally tonight, hopefully uninterrupted, it's time to get to the heart of the matter. Tony Dawson has recently been released from prison after serving 3 years for aggravated assault, burglary and menacing assault. He's agreed to talk to us today, which is also, I believe, his birthday. Many happy returns, Tony.
That was...
Cheers, Jez. Call me Titwank, Tony. Everybody else does.
No, I'm not going to be doing that. Can you tell us what it's like in prison, Tony?
Titwank, Tony. Prison's a mixed bag. Structure's quite nice, but it's a constant battle against institutionalisation, as you can imagine. And obviously, titwanks are quite hard to come by.
I'm picking up that you're not alone there, Tony.
Titwank, Tony. Yeah, sorry, my friends are throwing me a surprise party. Good bunch of lads.
Okay, well, we're trying to get back to that party as soon as possible. First, let me ask you this. Do you feel that your time spent in prison helped to rehabilitate you in any way, Tony?
Titwank, Tony. I don't think it's as easy as that, Jez. I think asking that is an oversimplification.
It sounds like it's getting quite busy there, Tony, but let's try and soldier on. Since leaving custody, have you been able to find a new job?
Yeah, all the boys are here. Big Chris, Little Chris, and Vampire Chris.
This one's, yeah?
One sec, love. Titwank Tony's on the news. Rehabilitation's difficult with the current system, Jez. It's just not set up for it, you know? It's inherently unjust.
So, do you feel tempted to... I'm sorry, who's this now?
You are joking. Chrissy Free Bollocks has only got Mr. Fancy, oh. What now, fellas? I'm on the news.
It seems like we've caught you at a bad time.
I can't really hear you, mate. It's getting a bit busy here.
Yes, we seem to be losing the signal here, Tony.
Fucking way, Las Bolitas!
Well, we're just trying to get that signal back. I think we... Yes? Tony? Tony, I mean, you were literally away for 2 seconds. How has this happened, Tony? Can you hear me? Well, we seem to have lost our train of thought there a little. Hopefully you, the viewer at home, have managed to gain a broader understanding of the serious and complex issues around law and order. After the break, Megan will be live with some plucky young thespians. Don't go away. We'll be back after these messages.
1 minute back, everybody.
Oh, mate, I ain't got long and I'm quite drunk. It's been a great night. In this next section, there's a bit of music. If you edit in time with the music, you can see the result on the Vision Mixer, and the public will love that. Don't worry if you don't, though. You won't get punished for it or nothing. Just try and stay in the groove. Also, one last tip. When the music starts, turn down the broadcast volume. Right, enjoy the music bit. God, I love music. God, I'm so pissed.
41% of women we surveyed said they loved their visible plates, and 7 out of 10 dentists would recommend it. Jus de Cachon, because we said so.
Welcome to Black. I'm Megan Wolf, and on tonight's Culture Culture Spot, I'll be chatting with one of the first beneficiaries of the Assets and Wealth Act, a team of inspiring young people from Switchford Sixth Form College, who today received a grant from Advance to take their play, Hey, Friendship, on a tour of local secondary schools. Welcome to you all. Well, let's start with you two, Harriet and Charlotte Winstanley-Hamilton. Girls, you must be thrilled.
We are, Megan. We're overwhelmed, to be honest.
And I believe you two are sisters, is that right?
Yes, Charlotte's my oldest. I'm the older, more popular one.
Harriet and Trey were really the ones who came up with the whole idea.
So, Harry and I were shooting the breeze in the cafeteria, and I said, hey, let's actually do something.
So I went to look for a drama teacher.
But she'd been laid off due to budget cuts. Fortunately, I directed a pantomime when I was at university, so I knew the ropes, as it were.
Oh, right, yes, but you're the maths teacher, aren't you?
Yes, that's me, Jeff Algebra, maths teacher.
Maths is really important.
Oh, thanks, Steve.
Maths is really important.
Yeah, thanks, Steve.
As is theatre.
Yeah, thanks,
It's
Steve.
one of the oldest art forms in history. Aristotle
I
believed.
just think that when we travel around all these problem schools and the poor kids see us, they say, hey, I really want to be like those attractive kids. And that's a very beautiful and powerful thing. We touch our audiences and they touch us right back.
I suppose with a surname like Algebra, there was really only one choice of career for me. My wife, Angela, and I, we often laugh about it.
Angela Algebra.
Yes.
Angela Algebra.
Yes.
We just want to bring a bit of song and joy into people's lives.
And teach people about the difficult issues. The issues in the play are what really matter.
And I think you're going to be showing us an extract from this play, aren't you?
That's right. Put into context, I play a young first year who's having some troubles at school.
Her character doesn't actually have a name, yeah, because in a way she's like all of us.
It's like a metaphor. Maybe she's you at home, or like maybe she's you, Megan.
Maths is really important.
Yeah, thanks, Steve.
Put it in, coach.
Yes, thanks, Steve.
Put it in, coach.
Right, well, I'm going to have a little chat with your teacher while you run off and get ready. I can't wait to see it. Run off and get ready. I can't wait to see it. That's it, that way. That's it, that way. So, Jeff, when did you first hear about the grant?
2 days ago, a letter from Advance arrived at the school. Now, the headmaster thought it was all a prank, but his secretary retrieved it from his bin and brought it to me.
How? How did you react?
I also threw it in the bin.
How did you react?
But then, Harriet and Trey rescued it, and they rang the number at the bottom of the page, and next thing you know, we're on tour.
Wow. Well, I think we can all guess which way you'll be voting from now on.
Do you know what? It's funny, because Angela and I don't usually vote. We're not very political. I'm a mathematician, of course, and she's a paraplegic, mainly. But we did used to watch that Peter Clements DIY show back in the day, and so we thought, why not? Let's have a go with this whole democracy thing.
Okay.
And here we bally well are.
Good stuff.
Fucking brilliant!
So, let's have a look at a short section of Hey, Friendship.
Dear Diary. I'm not sure I can take another day at this school. Another day of tears. Another day of fears. But still I walk the corridors alone. Dreading what might be around every corner.
What's around the corner? What's around the corner? What's around the corner?
Oh, hi Gary.
Oh heavens no! It's Gary the Fist. Oh heavens no!
Gary the Fist. Going somewhere, little first year.
Great. I've been looking for some poor victim to bully all morning, but will this make me feel better about my violent father?
Excuse me, I'm late for maths. It's my favourite subject. It's so important.
Maths is for losers.
What?
Maths is for losers.
My arm's stuck.
Just keep going, for fuck's sake.
Right.
Just keep going, for
maths is for losers. Now, give me your lunch money. Now.
Double lunch for me today, but why am I only truly happy when I'm eating?
Not today, Gary the Fist. Not today.
What do you mean not today? Who are you? What do you mean not today? My arm's free coat.
Brilliant, keep going.
My arm's free coat. Brilliant. Who are you to stand up to me? I, Gary the Fist. And you're just a sad little girl with two gay dads who's all alone.
That's where you're wrong, Gary the Fist. These are my two new friends. Vanessa is captain of the netball team. Yeah. And Blake owns a motorbike.
Yeah.
But I can't fight all three of you. And I don't have any friends of my own.
Take a look at me. Take a little look at my face. I could be you. She could be you. And you could be me.
Or you could be me.
Life can be cheeky. If you work as a team.
It's my choice to be mean. So stop now, make a different choice.
Hey, listen up, I won't take no crap. Who said middle class girls can't rap? I ain't afraid of your crew laps. I'm a mother loving rebel, but I still love maths.
Hey, kids, I'm Gary the Fist. People think that folks like me probably shouldn't exist. But that's just prejudice, and I'd do better if you knew the way that I became Gary the Fist. I grew up on a council estate. The park was hip, but the flats weren't great. My dad used to come home drunk and late, and he'd hit my mum for dinner, he had to wait. Where's my dinner?
It's not ready.
Where's my dinner, woman?
It's such a weird rhythm.
Let me ask you again.
Hitting women is wrong.
I guess life's pretty hard on a council estate. 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 It's so damn hard on a council estate.
Life can be cheeky.
Yeah.
If you work as a team.
Just work as a team.
It's your choice to be me.
It's my choice.
So stop now, make a different choice.
Listen to that inner voice.
Friendship!
I didn't get the rhythm.
Well, thankfully that's all we have time for tonight on the National Night.
I don't know, that was very weird
Join us
rhythm.
tomorrow night for all the headlines from across the country. My name's Jeremy Donaldson. Have a peaceful night.
And we're out.
What the literal fuck was that?
I believe that was art.
I believe I've got a 14-inch cock, but it doesn't make it so.
I have a similar belief about an adequate paycheck.
Oh, someone please get these twats out of my studio.
Woo! Let's go. A plus. Sequence C. Sequence B. A plus. Progress grade B. You have received your full wages. Well, broke ass boy. Let's go. Alright. I think this is where I'm gonna. I think this is where we're gonna stop it. Yeah, right here's a perfect stopping point. Actually, we'll go into the next bit of story, then we'll stop it on the next broadcast. This level's like in between. So this game's funny. This game's really funny. I just couldn't get the date 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. a late night. You get to the theater slightly early and Sam's already there waiting, dressed to the nines. You smile widely as you join hands and take your seats in the private box. You certainly could get used to this. Your tickets arrived on... Shut up, Siri, I didn't call you. Tickets arrived on your doormat on Monday with a typed thank you from Chris. You'll get your passport back soon enough, apparently. Show us into your usual pretentious opera, language you know for a fact that Chris doesn't speak either. Still, the complimentary drinks sure go down smooth. When the show finally ends, how many bows do these people do? You stand in line to get your coats, and Sam has you in creases with a hilarious impression of the conductor arms flailing wildly. The couple in front of you are talking about the relocation of people who couldn't pay their new tax bills. It sounds awful. Sam smiles gratefully at you as you both think of Chris, safe and sound. When you get home, you're still laughing as Sam heads upstairs to shower before bed. You notice your 14-year-old son isn't home. There's a note. He's playing some pleasure told him. He says he's at a friend's house. It's cool news and you should go march him home. You trust Charlie. He'll be home soon. It's one. He's got to start taking responsibility for his own sometime. What's the worst that could happen? He's going to die. A call from school. Answer Mr. Carpenter away. He's calling you while you and your spouse are at work. This is a message for the women. It's Miss Steph calling regarding your son Charles. The teeny old woman goes on. I told her I spoke for you last week, but he wasn't in school today. To be absent. I want to remind you that people are laws and authorized. So, in exceptional circumstances, he has to leave for his thing in the morning. Please say I've done this. Thank you. Goodbye. Someone has some explaining. Oh no. A gentle reminder. You're leaping through the pile of accumulating posts. Each new bill puts on your gut like a lead weight flash boom as you cost. Recognizing the teal advance logo, the emblem on the other, you tear it over. Dear Winston residents, this is your second reminder letter regarding the Assets and Wealth Redemption Scheme. Please make a passport to your nearest government office as soon as possible in order to register for the scheme. You cannot receive your share of the national aid without making a settlement. You knew there was a constant, but this doesn't make it any easier. You work as a team, and you are rewarded as a team. Fair forward together. We'll be established very strategic country. This is safe. That's all that matters. Vote. Tight Christmas. You can't help but crack a smile as you look around the table. The snow is settled on the grass outside. Kids are pulling a crackle while your elderly mother tries to rise and go. You did always have a soft spot for Christmas. You're sitting at the head of the table, your dad's place. Across from you is Chris's empty seat, probably on a tropical beach somewhere. You catch Sam's eye, he breaks into a smile. Yours is the same. Even without Chris, the food has had to be stretched a little bit. But no one seems to use. Christmas really can't be the time of the year. Look around the room at your family. Are you having a nice Christmas, Grandma? Say something. You stand and raise your glass. Merry Christmas, everyone. I'm glad we're all here. Well, most of us. There are murmurs of cheers and much clinking of glasses. Your daughter Susie sees the other accordingly. You know how you love me? He's raising a questioning eyebrow. I'm not gonna like this. Joke. You know me and my friends are planning on going traveling this week. Well, I was hoping you could have it. You frown. You sigh and Susie's face drops. You know money's tight. Especially now Grandma's sleeping. You hate having to say no to the kids. Just how much are we talking? Only a few hundred. She rumbles. It takes a great effort to not spit your bowl of wine across the table to your elbow. I know it's a lot, but I'm a standard trick. The trains are expensive. I did already say sure. You mean it? It's so great. Thank you, thank you, thank you. The mood soars as Sam puts a paper hat on your head. Charlie takes pleasure in reading everyone's god-awful cracker jokes. The room is filled with voices and laughter. Looking around at your grinning family, your mother whispers, your father would be so pleased. You dab your eyes with your hat. You feel very lucky. What is money? Jesus. A long weekend. zip on this damn case that is close. It's your anniversary. Every year you and Sam go away from me. You usually can't. You're not made of it. You've been looking forward to it for ages. Finally getting some time alone together where you can forget about the noise of life. No kids, no work, just a bit of romance is at least quiet. The zip finally gives up the battle, and you drag the bulging suitcase down the stairs. And she is blinking on the table. Good evening, cousin. This is Mr. Bozeman. I'm calling to inform you you've been quietly at work this morning. Some information from the life certainly provides the tension between our nation and foreign powers. The National Night Reviews team will be working around the clock to ensure we break the story. Needless to say, I will expect your attendance tomorrow morning, 8 a.m. sharp. Plus good evening, Alex. Shock turns to annoyance. Where are you going to tell us? Apologies profusely to your spouse, but you really should go to Bozeman's temper as legendary. You're going to go, aren't you? Voice behind makes it flip around. I get it. Your family has always been your priority. Sometimes work has to come first. You should go. Sam pulls you close and holds you tight. You wave gratitude while packing disappointed silence. Intermissions. Your son Charlie hovers at your elbow as you leave. Do you find yourself striving to achieve? Are you an active member of the team? Do you like reaping the benefits of cooperation? Join the advanced go-getters to get forwards together. It doesn't sound like the youth club you told you about. Charlie grabs the flyer from you and thrusts the form into your hand. So I can walk there straight from school, and Benson can drop us home after. You won't have to do anything. Sorry, mate, I just don't think it's the right place. I know it seems like it, Charlie, but you'll understand soon. A free ticket. Some guys at work game this week, they can't go. See the title. Alan James is right in front of you. Yeah, sure. You think shall we go? Free tickets are free tickets. It's a character and feel better than nothing else. The show is entertaining, but much less funny than powerful public figures. Something about sticks in the mind. Lying in bed that night, went awake long after Sam's it was the crowd, not laughing. Profitable partnership. After a particularly long day at work, you come home to find the point Santa's taking to do recently. Most of it's usual rubbish, but a letter with the increasing familiar advance letter. Urgent respond to me and finds another friend. Of course, my urgent red font grabs your attention. This letter is to inform you that the advanced government has taken another step forward in our fight for equality by nationalizing the largest private corporations and redistributing their resources among the citizens to this great country. The partnership bond program ensures that wealth being created by the people is delivered to the people. You don't remember the manifesto? Very happy to become a partner, one of 3 carefully selected institutions by advanced by consistent high performance financial security. Please note all returns are based on public opinion. Incorporated, whether it's cosmetics, clothing, culture, we see from our customers. It's always a steal from the crazy industry. Pleasure for our business is a pleasure from sport to travel, just a time of new time. Pleasure without pleasure. The future of the station is in partnership. Forwards together, Julia Salisbury. How much influence does this station have? Crippling debt. Nice. Day 153. Alright. That's where we're gonna end this video. Once it lets me quit out. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, hit the like, subscribe. This game is really fun and very interesting. A lot of like political messages mixed in with the comedy. So I guess I'll have to see you guys in the next episode. Peace out.